Oh my god, look at how cute. I'm like over here trying to get started. Anyways, hello everyone, I'm LadyLazyPup and welcome back to another trailer for the next expansion pack of The Sims, Enchanted by Nature. I'm excited to go through this one. I think it's going to be really cute. We all know what we're expecting. We all know what we're expecting. Enchanted by Nature, magic, the F word. No, not that one. The fairies. Obviously. I do like all the gnome stuff they've been showing, though. In fact, the little teaser they had a couple days ago where they showed the gnome and it looked like Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings. That one made me happy. So we have a lot of floral decor being shown right now. A lot of different new plants. I do love new plants. I can see some of them are like the ones we normally have, but there are some new leaves and everything already. So this is going to be kind of fun. We have 40 seconds before it actually starts. Hopefully I'm ready. I was like, okay, I have to work. I'm trying to get some stuff done, and I'm like, I can take my break so I can watch the fun trailer, of course. Okay, so this is interesting the way they did this. So they showed a bunch of stuff on the interior, and now there it is, Gandalf. See, I told you. I knew there was a Gandalf. I knew it! Alright, here we go. This is it. Ooh, I wonder what that plant does. Oh, I'm so curious. This is gonna be kind of neat. Let's go. Obviously, I can't have the sound on because of the music, so we'll see how that goes too. But you'll have the captions. Fairy. Immediately show us the fairy. There it is. But is it going to be like a plant sim is my question. Love that top. Oh my god, yes. She just lives in a freaking garden. I like all the objects. Nature nomad, okay. They mentioned like new aspirations. Oh, very pretty town. Gnome! I love the gnomes. So we have a bit eccentric there. I don't even know what to say on that one. Sleep here. Interesting. So you can just sleep on the ground now. That's actually really handy. I wonder if that's only like a specific trait or something too. The gnome moving. Curious about that. So this is a person who just like wants to live in nature, right? That's what I'm getting at here. Sonic sinuses? Allergies? Okay, a lot of different plant places here. If you harvest these ingredients, I will reward you with a cure. Okay. So this is really similar to how we do like the stuff in Cottage Living and Ravenwood, where you have like a little task with somebody and then they give you something. I like that mushroom piece. I was talking about hobbit holes yesterday! Oh my god! I love that! Yes! I can make a real hobbit hole now! That was like one of the first things I ever did on my Twitch streams was make a hobbit house. Oh! That makes me so happy. So they have a bunch of different things happening here. I'm really excited about the Hobbit house. I was even saying that for the actual like challenge they have this month, the event, I was gonna make a Hobbit house for it. I think I have to now. So that's an actual fairy. Yep, that's a sim fairy. And I think they're truly just fairies, right? It's not gonna be plant sim, you're only gonna be a fairy for so long type of deal. Alright, June 26th, we get to learn more. That's also when the other part drops, too. Well, I mean, that's fun. I like it. Alright, we can go through it a little bit more. Alright, what were those little extras that they were showing? So, because they always do the extras now. So you can get the Lofty Leaf Pond. I do like that. I wonder if it's like a small one, almost like a little fountain that you can put out. a luminous Mycena lantern, and the disguised dwelling fairy home. These are really cute. I do like those. I wish they wouldn't do them so often, but they do them every single time. It's fine. I want them, obviously, because I just like having more stuff in my game. Okay, so let's go back. Let's take a look at this. So at the beginning, they did show a lot of the like her actual room is what I guess we're looking at here. So we have like a new shelf. A lot of it is very wobbly looking, like very nature-esque. A lot of like just here's the wood. We're just gonna put it together like that. I love this little Nomi guy right here. And I love this little acorn dude. There's a lot more plants. It looks like this is an actual plant from the game. This is also. But these are new here. These are new. So that's nice. I always like having more plants because then you have a little bit more, variety to play around with. And then they started to just get rid of everything, and now you're outside in nature. I see a new wall back here. I don't know if that's just a debug wall, if that's just like the world itself, but I do like it. It is really pretty. But then you can see back here we have a couple new gnomes and a really pretty new plant here. Or a enchanted looking plant, I feel like I should say. Something with that rock, too. I wonder, like, that rock, there's this tree. This is probably the ancient forest part of the world. Yeah, and I think she's just like, this is, like, such a boring place. But then she goes into hers, and she feels more whimsical and magical, and, like, she's actually in another world. Oh my god, look at all the cute stuff. Hold on. So we have, like, obviously this stuff on the wall here, which I think is probably connected. But then look at this little cute guy here. There's some candles. This guy here. A mirror with, like, a bunch of floral stuff around it. Like her little earrings. Okay. They must be, like, saying, like, you can go. Be free into the wild. That's what it kind of feels like. Alright, so this is the new world. Very colorful. It's kind of, like, colorful, and there's, like, some, like, pastel-y muted tones, too. And I like the little, like, rounded bits of those. I like that it's another coastal, because that's always just fun to have, like, a lot of water around. And, like, there's, like, the mountains in the back, which is really, really pretty. And I'm assuming... I shouldn't assume. I thought there was something, I read about it being based on, like, New Zealand with the hobbit houses. Makes me really feel like it. Just saying. Also, like, the interesting rock formations. Love the gnome. He's adorable. It also kind of looks like they're giving something to the gnome, so I wonder if there is, like, a connection there. This must be, like, the gnome area, because there's more gnome stuff here, too. People hanging out, just sitting together. My Sims don't normally do that. Interesting. This guy, curious. I wonder if you can... It's almost like making a wish on the wishing well. That's kind of what the face reminds me of. It's like the wishing well. So I'm curious to see if you can ask for something or if there's going to be something that comes from this. You can see more of the interesting shaped doorways and windows in the background here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this kid actually has, like, painted stuff on their arms. So I wonder if they can do, like, body paint. So it's not tattoos, but it's kind of like the temporary tattoo body paint type of stuff. That's kind of cute. That's a little fun. That makes the kids have a little bit more fun, right? And she's actually putting, like, together, like, a book or a journal, it looks like. Now, that guy, hold on, go back for a second. Seems to be being attacked, like, by Navi. Like a tiny little ball fairies? Like, are these actual Sims? Are those some sort of, like, smaller fairy type thing that we're gonna have as a part of this? Curious about that. Love that fence. That's really pretty. That's really fun. Oh, I like the wall on this too. The scalloping on that one's really, really cute. Her pants are fun. I see another new swing set because always new swing sets with the game. There's swing sets, probably gonna be a bar, there's gonna be... We can all kind of guess on that one. But he's being attacked too, I'm curious about that. This guy? What's up with this guy? He reminds me of Radagast. Look, I'm gonna say a lot of stuff about Lord of the Rings, I'm a giant nerd, but he reminds me of Radagast the way he's just kind of eccentric, and like the flowers and the weird hat and the eggs in his head on his head, and he's eating a fish. He's an interesting dude. I gotta say, he's a very interesting dude. So you can forage, which is really fun. I love that. Being able to forage is cool. And it looks like for different things, too. Like plants, herbs, and frogs. This guy moving, curious. Is it a fairy making a move? Are they making the gnomes a bit more sentient? I need more information. The gnomes used to be able to like have families and then like die, and they'd have a freaking gnome not urn, what is it? Tombstone? That was so weird, and I loved it. I would be all right with this. And I mean, it makes sense that we can bathe in the water, but I'm assuming this is only with like that specific trait. So if you have that nomad trait where you're just like, no, I'm just going to be outside. I just want to live outside. I wonder if that's what that's going to be. He's got like some sort of worker uniform on. Curious about that. I'm curious about too many things, but I'm excited. This looks like we're at some sort of forest. Like, is this the Enchanted Forest then that we're going to so that she can find like the people to talk to for that? But I'm curious. Because it reminds me of, like, you know, going to the... Oh, hold on, I want to go back. It reminds me of going to, like, the campgrounds is what I was going to say. So we have, like, a florist, like a garden person. Oh, I like the little palette they have there. That's interesting. So I wonder if this is actually, like, a business or something like that. I like the sign, too. Okay, so then we have another little, like, garden center. But this guy probably, like, sells the herbs and stuff or, like, creates the potions for it. Harvest petals. Bottle the moody shrub potion. Interesting. So this is a moody shrub. That's what I keep seeing. That looks like kind of enchanted there. All right. He's got like some cool like cuts into his hair here. I do love this hair, by the way, on her. I think it's really cute. Okay, so now she feels better and she can actually hang out in, you know, the forest without dying. That's always a good thing. Yeah, so this is new, like, stone wallpaper. I can see that they obviously use, like, half walls to get this to work, and then they put a bunch of vines on it. I do like these new vines. Those are really pretty. And I do like... It must be a mushroom shelf, so I'm wondering if this is actually on the shelf. Is this a real plant, too? Because she is spraying it. Her spraying it is really interesting, because that means that you have to, like, take care of the plants. Oh, look at the cute little fairy garden here. And then this must be the place to actually make, like, those medicines or, like, the medicinal herbs or whatever they're doing there. Interesting. And I love it. I'm so excited about the Hobbit house. Like, being able to make an actual Hobbit house now with, like, all that stuff. If they're saying, like, oh, no, it's going to be easier, I love that. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be playing in my Hobbit house before this comes out. Because now I'm going to become a little bit more obsessed with that. That makes me super happy. We have a Gandalf gnome and a Hobbit house. Or, like, more rounded objects for it. This is going to be so cute. If they actually gave the Hobbit door, you know the door I'm talking about with the ridiculous, you know, knob in the middle. I want it. I want that. Yeah, but she's spraying, like, everything. So, like, which ones are... This one's obviously a planted one. That little square container, because there's another one over here on this, which I love. That also has to be a real plant, too. So these must just be little containers you can plant things in. That's nice. I like that a lot. Oh, well, she just made a place for her to sleep under the stars here. All right, so let's look at more of the build objects. We have new bathroom objects, which is always nice. I see new stairs, seating, which looks like made of stone. This fireplace, I'm curious, because there's this, like, giant tree-looking thing with shelves on it, and then there's a fireplace. That's not, like, a whole unit, right? Like, I think that's just going to be fireplace, and then there's, like, a shelving unit next to it there. And then, like, a really cool, like, tall mirror here. Very ostentatious with, like, the nature stuff. It's just everywhere. It's very bold with it. But it's kind of nice. I kind of like it. I do love these columns. Those are really pretty. And it's like a mossy roof. That's definitely like a mossy roof, I think, as well. Yeah. Keep going. I love this. This is great. This is so cute. I am excited to build already. I'm staring at this going, I need to build in this game. I want to build. Okay, what else do we have? New kitchen set, maybe? These look like counters of some sort, but that also looks like the... Oh, maybe it just, like, connects to the other pieces, but that looks like the little medicinal, like, herb piece again. So we have little potion bottles everywhere. Love the top. Very cute. Love that hair. Very cute. So she got really good at this, then. Nice. Okay. Gnome. I want more gnomes. I will take more gnomes. I see a new rug, which looks really nice. Oh, these chairs are actually really cute. Yeah, see, like this I think was on its own. But look at the wall behind it. Ooh. This is just gonna make me want to go live out in the middle of the woods, isn't it? I love that they're just having a party. That was their first tease about the fairies, too. Oh, is this one pregnant? The way she's holding her tummy? The way she was like holding it just made me think of like a pregnant woman. Look, if she's not, my bad. But I'm just thinking about that. I feel like then obviously they're playable. We got a bunch of new outfits for them, different fairy wing types, fun floral beards for them. Oh, I love this one. She looks like Mother Nature to me. I can't look at like not look at her and say Mother Nature. Oh, these are kind of fun outfits too. Like this actually would be like a usable outfit. The gems on her neck, I wonder if that's part of the outfit or if it's something else. Like a jewelry piece almost. So you ask a fairy and they can make you into a fairy, it would seem. And then she's gorgeous. Here we are with the classic fairy outfit to me. This looks like very classic Sims fairy outfit. Okay. All right. Well, it looks fun. I love the hobbit stuff. I love all this like nature stuff. Anything that like brings me back outside and just doing more of those types of things with the plants and everything. Love it. So it looks really cute. This is going to be really fun. I'm curious to see all the different things they add in. Who are these different characters that they're bringing us? It's kind of fun. I was I love that they did the Hobbit house because literally yesterday I was just like, oh, it would be so fun if they gave us more Hobbit house stuff. Maybe I should, because of the Gandalf, I should do a Hobbit house. And then here we are. They gave us more pieces to make them the way we want to. It looks so cute. And all the vines and stuff hanging off of it. It's going to be so much fun. I like all the new textured like walls. I do love the stone with the moss in it too. There's always stuff I'm going to be missing, but I think we kind of covered it, right? The biggest piece, and I know everybody is going to be screaming about, is fairies, right? We're getting fairies, which is fun. I don't know how much I'm going to actually play with the fairies themselves, but that's the same thing with like a lot of the supernatural stuff. Every once in a while I like to incorporate them into gameplay or have fun with them, or experience them once again, and it's just kind of fun to do. But it'll be really cute to have them. I want to know what they can do. Like they're going to be able to probably do stuff with plants. Obviously they can shrink down and go inside of like the little fairy house and stuff. But I'm curious to see what other magical pieces they're going to have. Are they going to make them mischievous or mischievous, or are they going to make them, I don't know. Can you have like an evil fairy and like a good fairy? Are we going to be able to have like some sort of building tree again? It would be really nice, and this is one of the other things that I was hoping would also come along with this pack, is that they would refresh plant sims. Because being able to play with the plant sims and the fairies and all of this like nature stuff feels like it goes together so well. And I always hated how they took the plant sims and made it so that it's just a temporary thing in the game. I loved the old plant sims that you could do like silly stuff with, even like planting the baby in the garden, like you could plant your own baby. I loved that because it was just so silly and fun. So honestly, I would love a refresh on more of the supernaturals just to make them a bit more up to date and like the better ones, like they just make them feel more rounded out and robust, right? Even like mermaids, they need them too. But with this one, I feel like the plant sims would be the perfect refresh to give us like a nice like free update with that. So just throwing it out there just in case, but I'm really I'm excited. I think this is always just fun to add more to the game and have fun with it and build with it and I don't know, experience it. So that's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I think, let me see. So there is also this article about the actual pack 2, Enchanted by Nature. Can you hear that? It sounds like the soft whisper of Mother Nature calling you to a charming new world. Oh, never mind. That's actually just nature calling from a privy bush. Oh, God. Figures. Oh, man. So this is, let's see. Anyways, the Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack welcomes you all to Innis Green. welcomes you all to Innis Green, a beautifully lush and wonderful land where Sims and nature live in perfect or chaotic harmony. So that makes me think, there is going to be a bit of a difference between the different types of fairies you can make. That's what I go to, at least. If you're ready to answer nature's call, let's dig deeper into the whimsical soil of Innisgrim. Innisgrim. I'm going to say it wrong every time. I apologize. Innisgrim. So we have another picture here where you can see a couple different fairies. You can see that they have different teeth. Their wings are different. All a bunch of outfits. I love this. I bet that one ends up looking like a monarch, a butterfly and stuff too. Loving the fairies. Oh, they are alive. I can tell. So there is like when you have Harvest Fest, the gnomes are alive and they kind of move around and they constantly are just like moving places, and you can, try to make them nice and then you get the plants, like seeds out of them. So this looks like they can either enchant the gnomes to make them alive, because that would be so much fun. Or they are going to do a similar idea where you can, try to give them something to make them happy, and then they do something in return, or they can get mad at you in return. So that would be kind of interesting. We have more fairy houses. They're talking to the plants. Tiny fairies over here. Loving that. This one looks like it's doing something. That looks like a clover, so my guess is some sort of luck. Maybe it's giving luck to this other sim. Oh, and then all these like little like glowing tattoos as well. Oh, this is really cute. This is really fun. I always like stuff like this. I'm down for it. A sprinkle of fairy dust, please. Oh, is this our is this Tinkerbell? Mother Nature has a very interesting proposition. Should you choose to accept it, with her guidance, Sims can become the fairy they were destined to be, and once they complete their transformation, they'll have the choice to flutter down 2 very different paths. Yep. So they got a tree. They get the tree again, where you get to choose like different pieces that your fairy gets to have. That's definitely what that means. There's the harmonious fairy, a benevolent winged helper who wants to aid other living things find health and balance, and the discordant fairy, a flying mischief maker that enjoys stirring up a little chaos and making everyday life harder for the Sims around them. The fairy path is yours to fly, with wings to match. Fairies can develop abilities that let them nurture plants, manipulate objects, change the moods of others, and more. But okay, so they do have a lot. Like it's very magic based. Obviously, they're fairies, so it feels kind of like they're spellcasters. Almost, but not quite. But be wary of emotional starvation. That's interesting. Rather than living off food, fairies absorb emotions to survive. That's very interesting. Okay, either directly from other Sims or from bottled motion potions. Failure to do so may welcome their ultimate demise. You'll be able to customize your fairy look to your own fairy liking. They say fairy so many times in this. They just want to jam that in. Look at your freaking fairies that you're getting. Fairy! You're getting the fairies, okay? We got them in! Fairies! I digress. With an extensive array of wings, skin tones, ears, teeth, head accessories, glowing tattoos, and more, fairies can even use their fairy charm to deliver a special woohoo. Always love a special woohoo. I do. You gotta have more woohoo spots. You get more woohoo spots, more deaths. I want more deaths. I hope that the fairy death isn't the only death, but I'm curious about it, So we have the fairy death right now and a fairy woohoo, but give me more. Don't worry, non-fairy Sims, you can also have some magical fun with fairy dust, using it to enchant plants, bring gnomes to life. I love that, and more. So wait, I love it. I'm sorry, I do love the gnomes. It's probably the Sims' fault that I have an obsession with gnomes now. So whether your fairy sim chooses to sow wonder or spark chaos, or you're a sim with fairy interesting neighbors, it's just the beginning of your fairy tale. Oh. That's so cute. That's a really cute image, too, where you can kind of see the 3 different worlds that we're going to have. Because that's definitely what they're showing. Emphasis on green. 3 neighborhoods make up Innis Green, each one connecting you to nature in their own unique way. There's the coast of Admore, a peaceful seaside village where everyday Sims Enjoy life's simple pleasures. Stepping out of town brings us to Spruce Dairy Grove, a vibrant blend of friendly shops, cozy homes, and draping ivy that blur the lines between civilization and the natural world. And finally, we venture deep into the magical forest of Everdew, a thick and mysterious woodland humming with enchanting energy. Innisgreen is full of new adventure skills and traits, too. You can balance moods and discover natural remedies with your apothecary table. That's the word I kept trying to think of. So it's all that apothecary stuff. I gotcha. Seek out Mother Nature and embark on a transformative journey to become a fairy, be your best plant parent, and fill your home with a new array of houseplants, or unlock your inner nature nomad to dwell among the trees and live off the land, which you know we're all going to do. I now I have to have a new sim that's going to, live off the land and completely just go green that way. I love it. I'm excited for it. Oh, I like that little brooch too. That's so cute. This guy's totally walking right now. He's totally walking. That's really pretty. All these little like just embellishments and details. Very cute. It's all about balance. This is longer than I was expecting. I wasn't even going to read the whole thing, but now I feel like I should. Just in case. Living in tune with nature is more than playing in dirt and hugging trees. It means respecting the natural world and promoting a balanced coexistence. Living in Innisgreen, Sims must become emotionally grounded and find that balance or welcome the chaos. When Sims start to lose their balance and become imbalanced, life can get a little harder to navigate. Oh, is this going to be like for everybody? For example, one may acquire new skills at a slower rate, or their everyday needs may become harder to solve. And if a sim enters the very imbalanced territory, that's when ailments start to show up, like the greenie meanie. With this ailment, sims will learn and complete gardening tasks faster than normal. Yay, but they're constantly angry and prone to outbursts that are off-putting to other nearby sims. Eek. And that's just one of many. There's emotional void, simoleon fever, and sonic sinuses, to name a few. Interesting. But imbalance isn't the end. It's simply the beginning of a new journey. Ailments can vanish and moods can improve with cures and elixirs crafted from the new apothecary table. With special ingredients like the lightning root and aura blossom found while gardening and foraging, Sims can follow intricate recipes for treatments with fantastical effects. And with the right amount of practice, one can take an elixir enthusiast aspiration or become a naturopath, a new profession that serves to cure fellow Sims of the curious ailments. Oh, so that's a new profession. I do love that. I love getting new careers and professions. That's always fun. Achieving balance, however, may require a little luck. Sims living in Innisgreen may experience good, ordinary, or bad luck, which in turn may affect their career, love life, cooking, foraging, and other interactions or tasks. That says Sims living in Innisgreen. So that feels very, this is what's going to happen while you're here. So it's probably not going to happen in other worlds, at least from what this is saying. Lucky for you, there are 2 luck charms that can be found, purchased, or made at the apothecary table, which will modify your Sim's luck for good or bad. I do love having a luck thing again. That was one of the traits I used to give my Sims all the time in Sims 3. I don't know why, but I would make them lucky. I thought it was fun. And you could also make one unlucky, and then I would make them like clumsy and stuff too, because it was really funny. Now you have to ask yourself, will your Sims seek balance, or will they embrace the chaos of an unbalanced life in nature? Okay, so we have another picture here. They're washing themselves in a pond. This is a very just like open area. This bed honestly does remind me of the one from the Magic Pack as well. From Realm of Magic, where they actually have like that giant canopy bed. I wonder if it's going to be as expensive, or is this going to be cheaper? Considering it's more like nature based, is it not going to be as expensive as the other items? I always think about that kind of stuff too. This is a really cute desk. I like that. Let natural living come naturally. Step outside and make yourself at home. Whether you're honing your natural living skill, okay, new skill, or seeking the nature nomad aspiration, Innisgreen gives Sims the chance to eat, bathe, sleep, and thrive entirely off the land. Is this only going to be in Innisgreen, or can we do this in other worlds? I need I need to explore this already. I want to find out. Forget modern comforts. This is about embracing a simpler life in rhythm and balance with the world around you. From eating freshly caught fish and sleeping in the grass to foraging for apothecary ingredients and summoning a privy bush when nature calls. Is this the poohoo bush? Is that what they call the privy bush? It's a poohoo bush. Every new discovery and experience brings your sim closer to self-reliance. For those not quite ready to give up hot showers and cozy beds, you can try the plant parent life instead and welcome a collection of new living houseplants inside your humble abode. They're not just decoration. I love that. Like they've been in the past, they'll need water care and constant companionship. You'll even be able to place them on shelves, tables, and floors to transform your home into a tranquil garden sanctuary. That's really fun. It's also a pain in the ass, but I like it. Give me more challenge. Give me more like negative things that could happen if I actually don't do stuff, right? So obviously, I'm assuming your plants will die if you're not like taking care of them like they're saying, because they're not just decorations, they're actually living plants. Just a little spray bottle. This little spray bottle, there we go. Now, do you aspire to be an elixir enthusiast or a nature nomad? Or you make The Sims. All right. Oh, it's a really cute place, though. I do like it. It's cute. There's like a lot of little places. I'm hoping for a little extra on some of these like neighborhoods. Please give us a couple extra, you know, lots. Because I hate having so many, like so few to utilize. I want like a ton. Just give me a ton. Imagine Insa Green. Community builds featured in Enchanted by Nature. To capture the enchanting atmosphere of Innis Green, we partnered with creators the Cracked Kyber, The Sim Scrolls, Nina Schmidt, and Sandra Pika to build an array of captivating and unique lots. I always do love when like simmers get to build because I feel like they get to have just a little bit of a different eye for things, so then you get a little bit more uniqueness when it comes to having more people actually build for it. Oh my god, it's adorable. And I scroll down and I go, yes. The neighborhoods of Innis Green not only draw on nature and fantasy elements, but they also take some inspiration from the architecture and aesthetics of Ireland and Celtic artistry. That's so fun. I love that. That's going to be so pretty. Cracked Kyber, otherwise known as Megan, built community lots, Whistling Thistle Gardens, and the Star Sung Lounge, as well as 8 Gnome Coast Street. You got a lot to build. I love that. I'm jealous. I'd love to build for The Sims, but this is gorgeous. This is so pretty. Catching up with The Sims at the Whistling Thistle Garden is a favorite pastime of the Spruce Dairy Grove residents. The community garden has been carefully curated over the years to grow all of the residents' favorite harvests. Besides socializing, gardening, painting, photography are especially enjoyable here as the light, natural ambiance ignite creativity. I hope the lighting isn't that like awful, like it's so bright and just too much happening and like everything is super oversaturated. I hope it actually is like a good lighting and pretty. Because some of the neighborhoods, the lighting on the lots are just awful. But anyways, I digress. I wanted the park to be functional for a range of life stages, so I added items to make sure the whole family can spend the day there together. The park is really a good representation of my building style and feels the most me. That's cute. I love that. I like that they got to have a quote. But I do love the style of it. I love that there is like some terrain done here, so it does feel like built into a little hillside and everything too. The Sim Scrolls designed 2 residential lots, Gardensbrook and Puckett Hall, and created the gnome exhibit. Oh, I love it. Gimli Gardensbrook is a garden oasis filled with luscious greenery, placing residents on a hill they'll want to die on. Plentiful plots, gracious greens, and quaint carvings all give the storybook home 2 green thumbs up. I think all the levels make it feel more organic and untamed, said the Sim Scrolls. I wanted it to feel wild, like it was merging with nature, so having the home partially built into a hill just felt right. But I also wanted to emulate the vibes of an English cottage garden, and I think you got it. It looks super cute. I can't wait to get into it to actually like see it and, you know, have my hands on it and play in it and have a sim there because it looks really cool. And that massive tree, this looks like it sounds like a massive like huge tree, and then those are just branches coming off of it. That's what this looks like. Like, look at the giant bridge that guy's going on. That's so interesting. Nina Schmidt, or Nina, designed 3 residential lots: Cranmore Residential, Greenwood Hamlet Residence, and Bard Boulevard. Along the outskirts of Everdew lies Granamore Residential, a quaint home built into one of the largest trees in the forest. The breathtaking scenery is made more beautiful by the neighborhood's denizens, who can be seen out and about using their enchantments on the world and Sims alike. It was very important for me to build something unique with very unconventional shape that would do it justice to the beautiful place where it's located. I spent a long time with this build, playing with different shapes and styles until I was happy with it. Nina's advice for aspiring builders: adding some colorful lighting makes a big difference, and now we can place plants on roofs, which adds a lot of whimsy to a build. Okay, so I hope I didn't like do this backwards. I was like looking at the house and then saying it, so I want you guys to know that this one is Cracked Kybers, which is the park. Then you can see that this one is the Sim Scrolls, which it's just so cute. I love that. I love that it's built to the side. These are so pretty. And so I was right. This is built into one of the largest trees in the forest. That's crazy. I love that. It looks like it's super like high up, and you're going to have breathtaking views. Sandra Pika built a total of 3 lots for the expansion pack: Gringles, 1 Mary Shores Road, and 42 Norm Fair Drive. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so cute. They really, there's a lot of just like prettiness to this one. And I do like just like all the nature stuff in general. Gringles has been the local hotspot for Sims to enjoy a few drinks after a long day of mixing elixirs located near the center of Spruceberry Grove. Sims come to take in the greenery and partake in delectable conversation. It's a community space somewhere your Sims can meet as a family, or come on a date, or venture out alone to use the chess table as an activity, said Sandra, who hails from Ireland. The overgrown feel of the bar is inspired by the way nature flourishes here in Ireland. To be able to bring some real-life research to the pack felt surreal. I felt very honored, and as a result, it inspired me to do the best I can for my builds. Oh, that's so wonderful. I love that. I do. That's really fun that you get to like incorporate something around you right into the game. And then here they are showing those extra objects. So this one is like a little fountain object that I was talking about. They have a couple of the different color schemes. They have 3 of the fairy houses. I do like this fairy house that it is a little bit more innocuous, right? You want it to be a little hidden, and the fairies can, you know, hide their home a little bit more. And that's if you get the pack before August the 21st. That makes sense. So I'm assuming this is coming out July. Yep, July 10th, 2025. So it's going to be $40, at least in US dollars. Gotcha. Of course, I had to go back to the Hobbit house so that I could, you know, end off here on this screen because it makes me happy. But if you want that article, I'm going to put it down below. And of course, you can see the Sims trailer on their YouTube channel as well, so you can see it yourself and you can start dissecting it and see what else we may have missed, because there's going to be a lot. There's always so much in like those little things, and they're just like flashing it on the screen left and right, new stuff everywhere. But I think this is going to be really cute, and I'm excited for all the new build items especially. I think that's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see how like the gameplay turns out, because it is always fun to add more gameplay, more aspects that are going to like either change or make your Sims' lives more robust and rounded. I always love that kind of stuff. And I feel like with the ailments even, that could do that potentially. That could be kind of fun. Could be different. But now I feel like I've been rambling for way too long. Let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun in watching the trailer with me and checking out everything that the new expansion pack has to offer. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already, because of course we're going to be doing more Sims stuff as always, because I love the Sims, and more gameplay as well. So I hope you decide to stay. Comment down below, what are you looking forward to? What sparked your interest? Was it just the fairies? I assume we're going to have a lot of people saying fairies, but if there was anything else that was like, ooh, the gnomes, ooh, hobbit houses, ooh, let me know what you saw that made you get really excited. And I'm gonna say keep crafting, keep gaming, stay lazy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.